Lord, please show a nigga a sign that I'ma shine. So all of this grind's not wasting my time. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Lord, please show a nigga a sign that I'ma shine. So all of this grind's not wasting my time. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Infinite mind that travel for centuries, indivisibly. The time travel through different galaxies, other densities. Writing on the wall, never say you wasn't born. Now open up your eyes like a baby being born. Take a deep breath with each step. This is a recess to redress the deep stress and then release death. Got the king of hood X flowing through my veins. You see my ice, you see my chain, you bitches know my name. A black man with a wonderful plan, with his son in his hand and a gun in his pants. Got a melanated mind, I'm the medicine man. Spitting Asiatic bars like I come from Japan. Time travel out of space, this is not a sedan or a Porsche, it's a torch, feel a force in my hand. Watch the kingdom expand. Google Earth ain't seen the subconscious of a king living all of his dreams. He said I'm the king of cool like Stephen McQueen, while I'm swimming in the walls of a beautiful queen. But anything and everything is never what it seems. My heart broke and now I turned into a machine. Please God, forgive me for my sins. If a nigga did it once, he gon' do the shit again. I'm smoking on a blunt and I'm sipping on this gin, and I let my soul bleed through my fingers on the pen. Come and get me. Lord, please show a nigga a sign that I'ma shine. So all of this grind's not wasting my time. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Lord, please show a nigga a sign that I'ma shine. So all of the perfect balance like a triple beam. When it's time for action, I direct the scene. A lot of practice, we perfect the team. You attack the squad, they protect the king. Dog black and white like jungle fever. She walk out, I gotta walk in freezer. Time is money, but talk is cheaper. That's the reason you choose to keep. I'm taking off, nigga, trust, believe it. Your style is old like Justin Bieber. When I'm off the reefer, I can talk to Jesus. He own the squad, but y'all non-believers. I talk to God, y'all talk to preachers. I know the math, I can call it secret. I know all the angels and all the demons, all the knowledge and all the secrets. I'm in the Edison bracket. This ain't no regular rapping. I get ahead of the action, demanding supply where competitors lacking. My niggas dying too soon. That's why I ride with them goons. You can get fly in your room. I'm about to fly to the moon. I transform to a Black Panther like T'Challa, nigga. Yes, I'm the answer. Yo, baby mama says she think I'm handsome. I'm smoking ganja that's a cure for cancer. Don't trust niggas, don't trust bitches. They'll cut your locks like they did to Samson. Cop the drop and cop the mansion. Avoid the cops, then drop an anthem. I'm a godfather, I make mob moves. Impossible missions like Tom Cruise. I spark the mind like a bomb fuse. Y'all cartoons like Cars 2. I don't reach behind, I just redesign. You can't read my mind, so you ain't see the signs. When I reach my prime, I just break through it and keep going past it. No break fluid, I just see my goals and then race through it. I might go dumb, but I ain't stupid. I'm out of this world, my rocket is smoking, I'll push it all the way to the max. It's diamonds and pearls, I'm dropping these jewels right inside of your lap. That was a lap. Now tie up your shoes and get back on the track. Keep the sound as I speaks around, you can leave the clouds, they'll keep you down.
What up, peoples? What up, peoples? What up? Alright, yeah, we back. It's your boy K-Blao Hood X with another video, going back to back. 3 videos in 2 days. You know, trying to keep the channel going. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Make sure you click like on the video. Do not wait. Click like, subscribe, share it. You can also subscribe to my Patreon, which is in the comments below. Yeah. So today was a very special day for me because I had the opportunity to go to a funeral. Believe it or not, yeah. And you see this button I'm wearing right here? This is the button of Gary Ted Martin. This is the guy who, there was a shooting recently in Chicago. Well, not Chicago, in Aurora, which is in the suburbs of Chicago. It was a mass shooting on the day after Valentine's Day. And I knew this was going to happen. This is Okay, wait in there. Wait for your mommy. I knew as soon as I started the video, my son was gonna come. So yeah, there was a shootout. It was a shooting in Aurora, Illinois. You know what I'm saying? On February 15th, Gary Ted Martin ran up in there and shot up his employer. You know what I'm saying? Because they he was gonna get fired because he had been there for over 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And he basically went postal. You know what I'm saying? And I believe he killed 5 people and he injured some police officers. You know what I'm saying? He worked for a company in Aurora called Henry Pratt. And he had been there for over 15 years. Everybody describes him as a very calm, warm, loving person. He's a nice type person, get your shirt off his back. But what the fuck would cause him to go snap like this and just go shoot up his old employment? So that's what we're talking about in this video today. You know what I'm saying? And like this case really fucked with me. You know what I'm saying? And because it was very close to home. I don't stay too far from Aurora. You know what I'm saying? First of all, and then like I had another video, even though this wasn't on Valentine's Day, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a shooting that happened every fucking Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gets shot. It's like a mass shooting. Somebody died. I call it the St. Valentine's Day massacre. You know what I'm saying? So like this was no different from that. I believe last year they ran up in the school. There was a school. Hey, what's up? What's up in the room? What's up everybody in the chat room? You know, there was a shooting, you know, last year on Valentine's Day. You know what I'm saying? I believe, like I said, it was a school shooting, and then this year was just a day after. You know what I'm saying? So this year really had fucked with me. So no, I did not know him personally, you know, but I did went down there, paid my respects. You know what I'm saying, to him, to his family. You know what I'm saying, all the people who's in the city of Aurora who's affected by it. This is a tragedy, but you know, I analyze things on an astrological standpoint, and I was doing a lot of research trying to figure out when his birthday was. I could not find out online, you know what I'm saying, when his birthday was. And if you have a website that you use to find out people's birthdays, you know what I'm saying, it's hard to find. Like I said, I would love to you to leave that information in the comments. You know what I'm saying? And so when I had a feeling already this guy was a Taurus, just based on the fact that he ran in there and killed them over the fact that he was getting fired. It was like Taurusverse. Like if you've been following the series of the Taurusverse, you already kind of know these elements. As soon as you hear a story like this, it's kind of like, wait, this dude was definitely a Taurus. And I mean, if he was an Earth sign, definitely, you know what I'm saying, most likely a Taurus. That was the exact way I thought that though. You don't play with that man job like that, man. You don't fuck with no shit like that. Like, you see what I'm saying? You could imagine them calling him into the office and like just setting that whole state. Like, you imagine like knowing that they have no idea that they are pushing the exact trigger for this man to come in here and do this. You know, and this is why I make the Taurusverse series, because I was saying in the first video of the Taurusverse, like Taurus motherfuckers is always getting fucked with. They like the people who they getting shit taken away from them. They're constantly, you know what I'm saying, being pushed to the furthest limit. You know what I'm saying? It's literally like a bull. It's literally like a bull. You know what I'm saying? It's like the horse from Animal Farm name was Boxer. It was like they literally worked themselves to death. You know what I'm saying? And they comfortable doing it. As long as, you know what I'm saying, putting me in a nice comfortable zone where I can work every day. And you know what I'm saying, I won't have no problem. You fuck with that, you fucking with this man's livelihood, you fucking with his survival, you liable to catch a motherfucking bullet. And that's exactly what happened right here. This is the obituary. You can see right here, it says Gary Ted Martin, April 28th, 1973. Oh shit, let me plug my computer in. Died February 15th, 2019. You know, so no, follow the channel. I have a video called Anybody Born on the 15th is the Devil. No, he was not born on the 15th, but he died on the 15th. 15th has this type of energy. We was talking, you go back and watch this video, same type of energy. Is that 15 is kind of like the day of the devil, and that it fucks with your what's the word? Like your tangible items. That's really not the word, but it's like your survival instinct in regards to like food, your job, your career, your money, like things that trigger Earth people. You know what I'm saying? This shit is what they fucking with. You know what I'm saying? And on the 15th, you can see how like, okay, you got a Taurus man basically being told he being fired on the 15th. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, like I say, every year around Valentine's Day is some type of massacre. You know what I'm saying? So you can see how all of this stage was perfectly set for him to come in here and do this. When you understand, when you look at it from the astrological eye, you can see definitely how, you know, if you look in the chart, if you look in the description on this video, you can see I basically put up his chart And there was no time. I didn't have the time he was born. But I do know he was born in Chicago because I had the opportunity to talk to some of his relatives. And, you know what I'm saying? They told me he was born in Chicago. I did not feel, you know, I didn't want to walk up to his mom and start asking him a bunch of astrology at his fucking funeral. Ask him what time he was born. Like, that shit's just not, you know what I'm saying? I actually, when I went, you know, I stayed in the back. I actually got there right at the end. You know what I'm saying? I got there, it was like 15 minutes left. You know what I'm saying? I went in there, you know what I'm saying? They handed me the obituary. You know what I'm saying? I said a prayer. I had the opportunity to meet, you know, some of the family members. They had like a little dinner and stuff like that. But I didn't even stay for that. I didn't eat. You know what I'm saying? I got right up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But I did get a chance to see his body. You know what I'm saying? I did get to you know what I'm saying? Meet some people. And I was just trying to really piece this whole puzzle together, man, because it really fucked with me, and I really wanted to know exactly when his birthday was, you know, because I had that feeling it was a Taurusverse, you know what I'm saying, and I was right, and I was like, damn, man, like sometimes I wish I wasn't right with this shit, and then like when you study it, so when you study these things so much, you just kind of wish that people could see their own movie from an astrology, not just from an astrological perspective, but just from a higher, you know what I'm saying, higher vibrational perspective. And then like, if he could have seen and understood like what the Taurusverse was, and he's from this place, like he would have a much better approach on what to do in a situation like this. I know a Taurus right now who is going through a situation in work, dealing with workers' comp. You see what I'm saying? And she trying to sue them because, you know what I'm saying, they had her doing some shit she wasn't even supposed to be doing. Like, you know what I'm saying, like she a graphic designer, she do computer work and shit like this, you know what I'm saying. So what ended up happening was they asked her one day to help move some fucking boxes, like I guess like a big, I don't even know exactly what the fuck they do, but like a big ass shipment they came in, they asked her to come move some. It's like, man, you got a computer designer over moving boxes. In the middle of moving the boxes, she dropped one of the boxes on her motherfucking hand, and the pain hit her so motherfucking hard. It was like a fucking 100-pound boxes, man. Like, these are not heavy boxes, but she basically fucked her hand up moving these boxes, and she fucked her hand up so bad she fell over and hit her face on the motherfucking ground and busted her motherfucking teeth out. You know what I'm saying? Which is fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was like, whoa, shit, like, you know, and it's a Taurusverse shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? Mind you, this shit happened at work, so she was fucked up behind this. You know what I'm saying? The job didn't want to give her shit. They would, you know, workers comp. Like, if you ever get hurt at work, you know what I'm saying? Workers comp do not want to fuck with you. Like, they do not want to give you shit. They do not want to admit anything. Like, they have to basically act like it's another fucking day at work. So you're expendable. You know what I'm saying? I watched her go through this shit. You know what I'm saying? She was literally going through all type of, like, not just physical problems, but mental problems as well. You know what I'm saying? And like, she didn't know what the fuck to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I gave her some advice, you know what I'm saying, that really helped her out. You know what I'm saying? That I'll get y'all toward the end of this video. You know what I'm saying? But you got to know that, like, you know, when sometimes this, like Gary, you know what I'm saying, I'm sure he probably thought he was the only person that ever went through some shit like this. And it's like, man, no, like, you from the Taurusverse, I could sit here and give you fucking instance after instance after instance after instance of this exact same type of story, that when you understand, like, this is your challenge, this is what you're here for, this is your battle. You know, when you understand these things, you don't react like, you know, like you put your, we got a concept called put your life on the line. Like, this nigga literally put his motherfucking life on the line. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, it ain't got to be like that. You could, you know what I'm saying, understand these part of your triggers. He obviously didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? And so, this is what you get. You don't fuck with no Taurus like that, man. You do not take away their livelihood. You don't take away their food. You don't take away their play. You don't fuck with their money. You don't do this. You get them motherfuckers what they want. You know what I'm saying? And the situation I watched with this lady, you know what I'm saying, what she going through, you know what I'm saying, it was like the same type of shit. Every time a Taurus gets something, it's like somebody coming and take it from it, like fucking with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't want to do that. You definitely want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just a fit. Like, you're looking at shit on the physical plane. Like, what this shit stirs like very violent reactions in Taurus. You know what I'm saying? When you fucking with they livelihood like that. You know. Also, too, you know, I wanted to, you know, give the people, you know what I'm saying, people who follow this, anybody who's following this story online, you know what I'm saying, who was just curious. Get this right. That's his obituary right there. You know what I'm saying? For the people who just you know, curious about what happened with this story. That a lot of people was following this story, and they just kind of curious to know what it was. This is his obituary, and then like I said, they gave out these buttons. It was a picture of him. I don't know if y'all can see that. You know what I'm saying? So and yeah, you know, I deal with a lot of veterans, you know, in the military and stuff like this who deal with PTSD, and that was the same advice that I gave the female who you know what I'm saying, injured her face. I told her, I was like, you know, when you go through like physical therapy stuff like this, you know, you suing somebody workers comp, you trying to sue them for physical damages like your arm, your leg, stuff like this, or your arm, her situation, her face, her teeth. You know what I'm saying? The insurance companies a lot of times they got already a category with a price tag already attached to that, like what's the most you can get for this injury. You see what I'm saying? So like, you know, you play that game, you getting, you know, what they call like low payout type shit. So you maybe get like, you know, 50, 20, 30,000, you know, 20, 30, 40, maybe $50,000 lucky, some shit like that. You see what I'm saying? But when you claim PTSD, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, insurance companies don't have a measure for that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times insurance companies have insurance companies. So the insurance company got to call a whole other insurance company to get them to fucking come in and cover that shit. Because like, I think PTSD, a lot of them start like $1 million in the fucking gate. So you want to get a psychiatrist and you want to go get, you know, somebody to evaluate, somebody professional to evaluate your mental state. You know what I'm saying? Because you look at a situation like with Gary, you know what I'm saying? If he got fired, you know what I'm saying? If he would have simply, you know what I'm saying, went and seen a psychiatrist or something like that, maybe could have sued, you know what I'm saying, got a lawsuit south PTSD, then, you know what I'm saying, how much are they willing to pay this man, you know what I'm saying, from fucking shooting up? So you can't put no price tag on that shit. You see what I'm saying? And what you're really dealing with is not emotional distress. What you're dealing with is PTSD, which is post-traumatic stress disorder. A lot of times, motherfuckers won't tell you this shit. Your lawyer won't even tell you this shit because it's like you fucking with people's mental state. You see what I'm saying? So like, a lot of times your lawyer gonna sue based on exactly what the fuck you tell them to sue. So if you don't know to sue for this shit, you know what I'm saying, they not gonna put the shit in there. You gonna fucking walk away with like um, a low settlement. You see what I'm saying? So you know the game that you fucking playing. Like to, you know, like I said, to the motherfuckers that you work with, that shit is like, you're very expendable. So they give zero fucks. Like they wanted to sweep that shit under the rug, fire him, get him the fuck out of that type shit. You see what I'm saying? And I watched this same shit happen with like 2-3 other Tauruses I know. You know what I'm saying? With their fucking job. Matter of fact, my uncle, you know what I'm saying, he worked for GM. He going through the same shit right now. Like the way they restructured GM, like they tried to fire his ass like 3-4 times. And he was fucking going crazy. He had been working with these motherfuckers for like 30 years. He's supposed to retire, and they gonna try to fire him right when it's time to retire. This shit happen all the time with fucking Taurus. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like, damn, I can kind of see how that's like, they be fucking with Taurus. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I put these files out. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, not that I'm just sharing stories, but I'm also giving you a better perspective on how to approach things. You know what I'm saying? Even if the shit do hit the fan, make sure you know, how to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like make sure you have a lawyer, make sure you have all your earth shit in place. You know what I'm saying? Because like when you like, you know, and another thing too I want to say about the Taurusverse, so you gotta look at the Five of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a huge card, a fucking huge reference in the Taurusverse. And they're like, you know, a lot of times, you know, Taurus lose things. They had things taken from them. They lose. They get a nice car and lose. They get a fucking lot of money and lose it. All this type of shit. They get a job and lose it. Because it's like, this is what keep y'all close to God. God, like, you know what I'm saying, giving y'all just enough pain, you know what I'm saying, to keep y'all close together. Because like, y'all get comfortable, y'all don't move. It's like, it's like, okay, hold on, you kind of missing the point. You see what I'm saying? Let me stir this shit up a little bit, and you see what I'm saying? Because God fucking loves to test earth signs. Like, it's like, I think Job, like you read the book of Job, like I highly believe Job was like either a Virgo or a Taurus, same type of shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, how you gonna react to, you know, you got this big house, how you gonna react? So look what happens to R. Kelly right now. Even though he's a Capricorn, it's still similar, same things. It's like, okay, he built all of this whole fortune, built this whole empire for himself. You know what I'm saying? We take all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They give him $1 million bond. You know what I'm saying? You gotta post like $100,000, but you know, you lose everything, you know. So Gary Ted Martin is a Taurus born April 28, 1973. You know what I'm saying? For the people who didn't have this information, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I can help add to the collective. There's a series called the Taurusverse. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you check out this series. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody watching. It's a pretty short video. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe to my channel, sign up for the Patreon. and like and share this video. All right, I'm up out of here. Rest in peace to all the people, you know what I'm saying, who's involved in this shooting, and also to, you know what I'm saying, I send a major salute to everybody with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, you know what I'm saying, and also everybody in the city of Aurora who's affected by this. It's obviously a tragedy, you know, and you know, hopefully this video, as well as, you know what I'm saying, me going to this funeral, will help bring some clarity to anybody who is in a similar situation or has been affected by this. All right, appreciate you watching. You'll take it easy.